Mix it, Ari. Mix, mix, mix. Good girl. Now pick a name. Pick a name. Oh, let's see. What does it say? It says Kara.
This is Arielle Bieulieu, a seemingly simple, happy 3-year-old girl that always has a smile on her face. Whether it's her first day at school or horseback riding, Arielle is always smiling. This is Arielle's story of how she became one of the newest members of the Plymouth State women's field hockey team last year.
In June of 2016, I received an email from a former Plymouth State College field hockey player. The gal's name is Sue Silsby, and she has a son who was adopted through Friends of Jacqueline with the UNH men's ice hockey program about 7 or 8 years ago. And where she is affiliated with Friends of Jacqueline, they had mentioned to her that there was a little girl up in Whitefield, New Hampshire, that they were trying to find a team for. But there aren't a lot of colleges near Whitefield, New Hampshire. So Susan said, you need to call Bonnie Lord at Plymouth State.
When Arielle was just 4 days old, her mother Elizabeth was carrying her down the stairs when she slipped. Unsure of whether Arielle had hit her head, Liz whisked her off to the local hospital. Liz recounts noticing a slight flicker in Arielle's eyes and wanted to get it checked out. After a debate with the doctors, they agreed to a CT scan. What they found would change Arielle's life forever.
The first time I met Ari, she was really shy, and as a junior, it was good to come back this year and see how much she's opened up and really come out of her shell. And not just her siblings as well. Like I look at them as like a second family to our family as a field hockey team.
Arielle had been born with a congenital intracranial teratoma, or CIT, a kind of germ cell tumor and one of the rarest of rare brain tumors. CIT grows rapidly, squeezing the brain and eventually taking over all of the space inside the skull.
I spoke with the captains at the time, Eileen Crutchfield and Caitlin Wilder, and said, what do you think? Well, all I had to do was show them the pictures of this little girl at 8 days old with all of the cranial pads on her head and the things that she had gone through, and they were like, it doesn't matter, we want to make a difference now.
What I remember from first meeting her was she was a little bit shy, like most 2-year-olds are, but we tried to be as welcoming and friendly as we could be without overwhelming her with, 20 brand new, really excited faces.
When we met Ari for the first time, it was a whole new level, and it kind of brought a sense of unity to our team, and we were able to connect with her and connect with each other and, not only play for ourselves, but play for her. So.
On April 1st, 2013, when Arielle was only 1 month old, doctors from the Dana-Farber Boston Children's team were successful in removing 95% of the tumor.
Ari will be monitored throughout her life and through adulthood to make sure that there are no side effects. Right now, there are some things that they're not sure if it's just because she's 3.5 or if there is, some little lingering piece in there that that has made a difference. But she's doing great, and she can hit a field hockey ball, she can dribble a field hockey ball, she can run, she can scream with happiness and joy.
And one of my favorite memories is being able to help teach Ari how to hold a field hockey stick. And one of the first times she did, I was able to teach her how to hit a ball, and she hit a ball, and there's this picture with both me and Ari screaming with these big smiles on our faces. And that's definitely one of my favorite memories of first meeting Ari.
And I remember the day we were at New Hampton, it was the end of the game, and this little girl came walking across the field in her butterfly sundress with a big smile on her face, holding on to her mom's hand, and I thought, oh my word, this is amazing. I had only seen pictures, hadn't seen her up front. And as she walked up to me and gave me a hug within the first 5 minutes that she had met me, I was sold. And as you've heard from the players, it didn't take long for them to fall into that as well.
Ari has not only been a motivation for me as an individual, but for us all as a team. When she's ever at our practices, our mind clears of what we had going on that day, and we understand her story and where she came from. And she's the strongest little girl that I've ever met, and we will always play our hardest for her.
As a team, I feel like we're really honored to be representing someone who has survived cancer. I know for myself, I've never met a child with cancer, especially someone who has survived it. So I feel really honored to be representing her every day.
She's become so much more outgoing even from just a year ago. She's way more comfortable with the team. Even though we have 9 new faces this year, she was giving everybody high fives or fist bumps when she first met them. And it's really great to see her grow and progress and be a part of that growth with her.
So we partnered with Friends of Jacqueline. The program is put together for a young gal by the name of Jacqueline, who was adopted by the Northwestern women's lacrosse team many years ago. In fact, Jacqueline just graduated from high school. And her family saw such a positive impact on her life by being involved with all these young women in the lacrosse program at Northwestern, who also, by the way, went on to win a national championship that year. They said, we need other kids to have this experience, because it was not only uplifting to Jacqueline, but it was also uplifting to the family.
I was one of a couple people who went to her house for Christmas last year and gave Christmas presents. So me and 3 other teammates went over to Ari's house, which is a little bit different because she's kind of always coming into our house and our field, and we were able to see her in a smaller group setting with her sister Leah and her brother Everett. And we gave them Christmas presents and had dinner with them, and they were just running all around the house showing us all their stuff. We were playing with their karaoke machine, and it was just such a great memory to be a part of and be able to even see her come out of her shell even more in a small group setting.
Every day, obviously, as a college student, we have issues going on in our life, and you come to the field and you think those issues can sometimes overpower your play. But I feel when I see her, all of my issues disappear, and I really put her self in my mind, and that makes me play so much better and harder every day and every game that I see Ari and just think of her and her family and how much they've gone through.
In high school, we always had breast cancer awareness games where we wore pink, but we never had anything about childhood cancer awareness. So that was really cool to be able to be a part of that and spread that, and also bring it back to our high schools and kind of spread it even more to our previous teams.
This year we received yellow bracelets as a reminder of childhood cancer, and for Ari, we have been passing on these bracelets to other field hockey teams, and we're spreading awareness throughout our teams, from high school, from colleagues, everywhere, just to get this out about childhood cancer, because not enough people know about it.
On September 10th, 2016, while the Plymouth State field hockey team was getting set for their home opener against conference opponent Framingham State University, Arielle was about to get a surprise on the field.
Ladies and gentlemen, we direct your attention to the captain's meeting at midfield, where Plymouth State University would like to recognize today's honorary captain. Arielle is proud to be here during Child Cancer Awareness Month. Arielle is a happy, healthy 3-year-old and considered to be cancer-free. She is the youngest person to ever survive her particular form of brain cancer and is the only survivor without any noticeable effects on her development. As PSU Field Hockey's smallest member, Arielle has had the biggest impact on the team and serves as an inspiration every day. Welcome, Honorary Captain Arielle.
During our game that she was at with her siblings, she got to go to the captain's meeting and flip the coin and be a part of that. And then we all lined up and presented her with a sunflower, which was just kind of a symbolic moment, and it was just really stood out to all of us. So.
I think Friends of Jacqueline is an amazing organization and a great foundation, and it planted a seed with us that I would like to see us continue to water. As you've heard through one of the players, we've started a campaign, an I Support Childhood Cancer Awareness campaign, and University of Southern Maine joined us on Tuesday. I chatted with them about childhood cancer and about our moves with Arielle, and we're not asking for money, we're just asking for awareness.
As far as being involved with Friends of Jacqueline and childhood cancer awareness, it was something I wasn't very aware of before Ari joined our team. You know, you hear about cancer a lot, and I was aware, you know, children are affected by cancer, but I feel like you don't see as much fundraising for it. I wasn't even aware that September is Childhood Cancer Awareness Month until she joined our team, so I'm very appreciative of that new awareness, and she just brings so much light and joy into our games and our practices and our lives every day, and reminds us the bigger reasons why we play, and makes me really grateful for our health and Ari's good health. Right?
I feel like our impact is far beyond just Ari, that Everett and Leah, her brother and sister, and her mom and dad, Liz and Philip, have all seen a great deal of happiness and joy in their life because of their partnering with us. I feel that the awareness has to come first, and through the awareness we'll create a dialogue. And once the dialogue begins from all of these different avenues as to what is really happening out there for childhood cancer awareness, then we'll come up with a plan. I'm a very goal-oriented person, but I was talking with Ari's mother the other night, and I said, you know, I don't see an end game with this. We're not looking for something to happen at the end of this. This is something that we're happy to be in the moment with and working at and seeing where it will take us. We truly are just on a, hey, let's see where it goes.
And when she comes to our games, I just feel like it gives us an extra motivation, and if she can survive cancer, then we can play 70 minutes in a game and work our hardest.
The breast cancer, most survivors are 10 years of age or younger. Women that are more commonly diagnosed with breast cancer are around the age of 61. So if you take 51 years that a child is missing out on to get them healthy and to get them the care that they need. So everybody out there needs to take a breath and look a little bit deeper. Think Pink is great, Play Pink is great. We certainly support all of those organizations and associations out there. But right now our thing is childhood cancer awareness, and we'd be happy to have you join us. We're not looking for recognition. We're not looking for, everybody's like, you need to get this out there. People need to know what you're doing there. And I said, no, we're fine. This is about teaching my players some life lessons, about communication, about having some empathy, having some compassion, and realizing that there is a whole lot more to life than just field hockey. If you'd like to join us in what we're doing, we have a Facebook page for Plymouth State Field Hockey where you can message me and we'll get you some bracelets. But it's not just about wearing the bracelet, it's about understanding the cause. It's about understanding that childhood cancer is even more prevalent than the adult breast cancer and all of the other cancers that are out there. Ari's mom said to me, you know, Bonnie, if this all stopped tomorrow, and that's as far as it ever went, with raising awareness and talking to people, she said, it will still have been one of the most amazing moments in our life.
So join us. Help us bring awareness for childhood cancer. Help us end this horrible disease.
Go Panthers!